Hi, my name is Nicholas Hale, and this is my presentation on remote warfare and its environmental toll. As we move further into the 21st century, drone based warfare has become more and more prevalent. The war in Ukraine has been dubbed the first drone war or the first Starlink war, as drones have become the most common weapon used on the front lines. Among the many ethical questions that surround drone warfare, the environmental impact of drones and their litter are swept under the rug. The two primary sources of pollution from drones are the drone bodies and the cables powering the drones. According to Doug Weir, some 50,000 drones are produced a month by Russia during their invasion of Ukraine, which we assume means that around 50,000 drones are used and destroyed each month. Once the drones are destroyed, they're left on the ground with no recovery. In order for the drones to operate, however, they must have cables that follow. Doug Weir also speculates that with 50,000 drones made and used a month, Russia will need around 6 million kilometers of fiber optic cable this year. For scale, that is around 7 times from the Earth to the Moon and back. The cables are layered once the drone is destroyed. The key environmental concerns. So among wildlife, birds, bats, and mammals will become entangled by the cables, slowing or completely stopping their migration and potentially killing them. The cable composition. The fiber optic cable could persist in the environment for more than 600 years, which can lead to agricultural problems. The cables, when sitting, can release microplastics that damage the soil and can inhibit crop growth. For the oceans, if the microplastics are released from the cables and enter a body of water, they can inhibit the growth of marine diatoms, a vital food source for many aquatic organisms. And on society, these cables and drone bodies can damage vehicles such as fire trucks, agricultural vehicles, and civilian cars. Here are some photos to demonstrate the damage that these cables can cause specifically. On croplands, which they are littered across in Ukraine, they will destroy not only the crops but the soil beneath the crops. It will make it very hard for crops to grow in these areas, possibly causing food shortages and starvation in Ukraine post-war. The cables, if they get caught in the axles of cars, they can completely destroy them, which makes fire trucks, ambulances, and civilian cars very unsafe to drive in Ukraine right now. If they get caught in trees, they will destroy birds and change their migration patterns, which could have a lot of long-term effects in the environment. All right, here are my sources. I use the Hoover Institution, NPR, and the CEOBS. Thank you so much.